The Fixer Diaries are 25 years or so of showbiz tales, true stories, a whole bunch of shenanigans that went on, a lot of fun. Stories that I've always wanted to share, that I've been writing and journaling for many years. So I thought, given the current pandemic and the fact that everyone's stressed out, it might be a good opportunity to share the stories and take your mind off of things for 20 minutes or so. So this Fixer Diary has a Hollywood coronavirus theme or connection. I was producing a TV shoot for the BBC for a show called Jet Set. And if you remember Jet Set, if you live in the UK, you'll know it was like the lottery numbers game show, I guess. It was the game show played right before they read out the lottery numbers, and it was hosted by Eamon Holmes. And the premise of the show was that 6 contestants would battle it out to win a luxury vacation somewhere exotic around the world. And then each week they would have to play the game again via satellite from the vacation place into the studio. And if they won, they continued on to another country, and if they didn't, they went back to the UK and the new couple came out. So this particular week we were filming this couple who had won a trip to Los Angeles, and the couple were young. They were like 22, 23 maybe. I think they were like from like Norwich or somewhere like that, but they were very young, very green, very naive, very happy to be in LA. And we had to film them doing a bunch of different activities. Like, they had a private surf lesson, they got a Hollywood makeover, they got their teeth whitened, and then the final activity was a private dance lesson by Cheryl Burke from Dancing with the Stars. But the location fell through. We were supposed to do it on Santa Monica Pier, not far from here, but it just wasn't conducive. It was too unsafe, the floor. So we decided we'd have to find somewhere new, last minute. And I happened to know that Melissa Rivers had a house in Malibu. Melissa Rivers and I at the time were quite good friends because I'd worked with her and Joan Rivers on the Celebrity Family Feud, and we'd stayed in touch. And I knew that Melissa rented this house out for photo shoots and product placement things. So I called her up and I was like, Melissa, can you help me out? And she said, well, when do you need it? And how long do you need it for? And I was like, well, I need it today, and I need it for like 2 hours. But the fact that it's on the beach and you've got that beautiful sunset, it would have been perfect. So she said, okay, you can have it between 5 and 7, $500. I was like, deal, job done, saved the day. So we roll in to the house just as Juliana Rancic was rolling out. Turns out that she was having her wedding shower there, the girl from the E! Channel. Very nice. Perfect timing. Of course she was in television. She's rolling out, 5 o'clock, we're rolling in. And if you've ever filmed on a TV shoot where you haven't seen the location and you show up there, the first thing you have to do is scout it. So myself and the director of photography and the director went out the back, went into the house, and then we went through the house out to the back onto the sand. The beautiful ocean. There was a perfect decking out the back, perfect for Cheryl to do the dance lesson on. We were going to build some track and dolly there and do some nice moving shots. But I noticed there was a little bit of a noise coming, and I turned around, and like a couple of doors down, there was this huge party going on outside the back of this house, this multi-million-dollar house on Malibu Beach. And Melissa says, oh, yeah, that's Courtney Cox. She just sold her house and she's having a going away party. And I was like, really? And I check it. I'm like, wow. Everybody was there. Every A-lister in Hollywood you can imagine. All the Friends cast were there. Sacha Baron Cohen was there. Isla Fisher was there. She was pregnant, I believe, at the time. The Arquettes were there. Big tall Arquette, the one that's is he transgender or transvestite? I can't remember, but big tall one. Anyway, it was a who's who of Hollywood. It was unbelievable. So I pulled a young British couple out, and I explained to them, hey, check that out, you know. You guys sit here and people watch those celebrities whilst we get set up. So the shoot went well. We filmed everything we needed. It was perfect. We got all the shots, all the timings, really nailed it. Cheryl was perfect. And we had to do a few pickups at the end. So whilst my cameraman was away capturing some beauty shots of the ocean, you know, like those beautiful close-up shots of the water lapping up, I was standing on the sand, chatting with a young couple and just explaining what we were going to do next. When suddenly Courtney Cox's party starts to spill out onto the sand and come walking towards us. So this young couple were like really excited because they get to see their idols up close. So it turns out they were just going for a walk. Basically, they all started, you know, they walked past us and they realised we weren't filming at this point and smiling or whatever, and on they went. But one of them stopped and came up to us and put his hand out and says, "Hi, I'm Tom Hanks." And I go, "Hi." I put my hand out, shake his hand. I'm like, "Hi, Tom, I'm Liz." And he's like, "Hey, what are you guys filming here?" So I explained to him, you know, we're filming this thing for the BBC, and this is this young couple, and they've won this competition. And he's like, "Oh, that's so cool. Hey, how you guys enjoying LA?" And he starts chatting with the young couple, and I'm like, "John," trying to get my cameraman's attention to turn around. Yeah, it's Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. Of course, John never heard me. He was totally focused on his shot. But it was fine because the most important thing is this young couple got the money can't buy vacation, right? Because Tom Hanks is standing there having this lovely conversation with him. And off he goes, as you do. So anyway, we're breaking down that night after we finished filming, and the guys from the UK, who are good friends of mine from the BBC, they were busy telling me that the next day, they had to leave the next day, but their flight wasn't until later in the evening, and they really, really, really wanted to go and see The Simpsons because it was coming out that day. So I was like, "Oh, that sounds amazing." They're like, "Yeah, come join us, Liz." So I was like, yeah, great. So we meet up the next day, and we go to the cinema in Santa Monica, and we sit down with our popcorn looking forward to see The Simpsons. And at the beginning of the movie, before it really kicks in, there's an animated Tom Hanks walks across the screen and stops and puts his hand out and says, "Hi, I'm Tom Hanks." You can't believe it. Of course, we were just all in fits of giggles. Of course, that's what Tom's known for. Shaking hands to everybody he meets. Bet he won't be doing that again. Didn't surprise me that he got coronavirus. Like, he was like one of the first people, right? So if you've ever shook Tom Hanks's hand, be thankful, because it's going to be like, that'll be like a special thing, because no one's ever going to experience that again. Tom's not shaking anybody's hand ever again. I guarantee you that. Yeah, that was a good one. Great memory. So hopefully you'll join me tomorrow for another Fixer Diary. And you never know, you might pop up in it.